All right.
All right. Got another episode of Papa Son, man. I'm excited, very excited, man, about this guest. Um, been following him a long time. Uh, Football player, very unique football player, y'all. If y'all don't know, man, y'all come in and give a warm welcome to Kayleb Wagner, man.
Yes, sir.
Uh, so Caleb, you playing for South Illinois, right?
Yes, sir. Southern
Southern
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
and he plays running back. And for y'all don't know, Caleb was born with a condition where he doesn't have his other arm, but he plays running back, which is unique to me because I play running back. And Kay, you don't mind? Can you show it to him,
Yeah, I got you.
my man's? And amazing. First of all, before I start, any questions? I just want to say, man, you're amazing at what you do. I've been there. Very inspiring story, man. Keep that heart, keep that desire. I watched some things about how your grandma helped you through and all of that good stuff. You got well upbringing, so it's just an honor to bring you on, man. So we can start this up. My first question you want to ask for because I got a whole rundown
Ooh.
of stuff.
In a row.
Yeah, I got a whole. I just I'm excited about this one, but
Okay. So I wanna point out the obvious. So there's a lot of people that don't have the type of work ethic that you do, right? So I want to ask you, where does your work ethic come from? To like, even though compared to other players, you might be at a disadvantage. Where does your work ethic come from?
good question.
So my work ethic, it comes from my mom. Like you said, my grandma helped me through a lot. But whenever I passed away, my grandma was like 15. My grandma and my mom and everybody around me helped instill a lot of things into me. Like one of my mom's biggest things, she was around here or there. She wasn't always around, but when she was there around, like she would just say things like, can't never could. So like when I say I can't do something, she's like, can't never could till you tried. And it just like kept encouraging me, like, okay, I can do it if I put my mind to it. And she like was one of those things, you can do anything you put your mind to. And she was always like, you see everybody else out there? She's like, now I want you to go look in the mirror and you're no different. And I was kind of like,
Yeah.
okay. But she's like, you're gonna have to work twice as hard as they do to prove yourself. And one of those, and when I got up older and everything, and I took those with me into like high school ball and all that good stuff. My high school coach, he has a little saying, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you got to work harder at everything, you know what I'm saying? And my biggest thing was like, from that stuff my mom instilled in me, being a single mother, not having the best job, all that good stuff. Like I wanted better for myself. Like not saying she didn't do good, you know what I mean? But like it was like if I do better, like anybody in the weight room, I'd look at like if it was over my numbers, like percent wise, I'd look over there and I'd be like, I got to do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, listen,
It's just like
mom
my whole
sound like
thing.
she dope, man. She gave you some great advice.
Yeah.
You know, it, I feel like sports, music, it's all entertainment. I'm here to, like I say, Kay, I'm glad we hooked up. I'm hoping that down the road I can be some type of mentor or even if you call me and say, oh man, give me some advice. Because I've been there, man. I play with a lot of NFL players that's there now or well, just coming out. My best friend actually is Cullen Jenkins. Played for played for Green Bay. I talked to Cullen last night about you. He got a Super Bowl ring, man. He think you pretty dope too. I wish I could have. Well, I had him on here already, but bro, we get together where y'all can connect. Okay, man. I'm gonna ask you a few questions, man. If you had any teams, that were interested in you, in the next level, you have a specific team you might want to go to.
Man, I was just thinking about this earlier because I had seen a Justin Fields post on Instagram, and I was like, man, I was like, I hate to be in New York, but then I started thinking about it, and it was like, man, anywhere I get to go is an opportunity, and it's a blessing and to change my generational break curses and all that good stuff. So I was like, you know what, wherever God wants me, that's where I want to be at, man. Don't
Hey,
be,
Amen.
hey,
Amen.
man. Hey, listen, and that's another thing. If y'all don't know, man, I'm big on. I'm not a knocker on religion. Whoever you pray to is who you pray to. But
We big
I'm
on
big
faith
on
though.
faith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just say faith,
True.
and I noticed that you got that in your arsenal. So you basically can't lose with that. 5,842 yards. 67 career TDs.
Hey, K, that's crazy, bro.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And then you broke, 535 yards, 25 carries. That's, I ran the ball. It's ridiculous, bro.
So
And then you
about
got
those
to meet
stats.
Travis Henry. How like that game when you was like, I broke the record. What was that feeling like, man?
So we get into like all before the game. So like those stats you just mentioned, my career rushing yards, that's really out of 3 years because my freshman year I had like 100, a little over 100 yards on varsity. So all those numbers are really from 3 years.
Okay.
But going into that game, the week before for the first week of my junior year, I think you have to go back and fact check me, but I think I had 243 for 4 carries and 4 touchdowns. And I was like, man, what if I could have broke the record? Just something me and the boys are talking about when we out by halftime. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, what if I could have broke the record? Like that'd been cool. And then like going to that next game, like I was not what I was thinking because they had a 5-star tight end commit who went to Georgia, 3-star quarterback commit went to Air Force, and they had a receiver committed to South Florida. So it was
Okay.
like we knew it was gonna be a shootout, and like I wasn't even thinking about me in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like I was thinking like, how can we win this ball game? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we won
Yeah.
49, we won 49-48. And to be honest with you, it could have went for more yards because the last snap they were putting to go for like for the field goal, whatever, and the quarterback started puking and he missed the ball like on the PAT and it went way over the head. And so it just I was like, man, thank God, I was done. I was
Yeah.
tired. I was just glad to pull it off my boys because that was a team we had like consistently been beating. And like I was a 1A in Florida, and I think they're a 4 or 5A. So just to continue to beat them, you know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
kind of helped me like and because I wasn't at the end of it, I was looking like, okay, this looks good. Like when I'm getting recruited, okay, well he can run the ball against these bigger schools in Florida, you know what I mean? Where a lot of
Yeah.
talent comes from. So I was like, that's the only thing I was looking at it. And I didn't even really think about it getting too big. Like, I don't know if y'all like read up on it, but like whenever the whole like record breaking deal come out and I got tickets to go to the game, like I love my mama, but she wasn't even my first thought when I got tickets. I was like, man, I gotta take my boys. I was like, I gotta take my boys to help me get there because I wouldn't be where I'm
Yes.
at without them. So like
Oh
five
yeah.
or six of my friends, like I got them tickets and took them. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was like, and she's like, you didn't even think about me. I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, I wasn't even thinking. I was like, they helped me
Mom, it
get
wasn't
there.
even like
Like
that, but
Break
you.
the boys.
it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, you know what though, Kay? That was it. I feel like just again, I got chill bumps, man. And just I've been wanting to do this interview. I feel like Mom got got a lot of you got a lot ahead of you to take Mom, so that was pretty cool that she let you do that. Kay, let me get this correct. What year are you in right now?
In my sophomore year.
Okay, so you
But
still
on the field, I'm a red shirt, a medical red shirt freshman.
okay. Okay. What's the difference with because like okay, I'm an old schooler. I know about red shirt, but what's the difference when what like how do you get medical red shirt?
So my freshman year, I redshirted, right? And then this last season, I had like got a screw put in my foot, so that's a
Okay.
medical year. So after when football season starts at the beginning of football season, like in August, September, I still got 4 years left.
Okay. Okay. How your foot feel?
I mean, it feels good now. Like it was. I went through a lot of ups and downs, man, from the time it happened because I was looking to get some playing time, like not like, just a little bit here or there, see what I could do. You know what I'm saying? And they had sat me out for a month because what I did, I fractured like my fifth metatarsal bone, which is kind of common, and like it was hurt to walk. So like, hey, just give it some time. We'll keep taking X-rays. If we don't get better, then we'll put a and then so like when they like surgery, like the two starting backs went down, like everybody, what I'm saying? Like this sucks. And then like I had got down for a little bit, and then I'm sitting here one day, and it's like, like I just started going through my camera roll, and it was like looking at like because I have like a little thing in my phone. It says my Y, and it's like a bunch of the kids like me who like traveled like hours to come see me play in high school, and like pictures of like me and my mom's back in the day, and it was kind of like this is why you're still here. This is why you're still doing it. And any of those kids, anybody in the world would have, be blessed where you're at. So quit looking at it negatively and start thinking positively. And I was just thinking about how can I come back and get better from this? This learning curve. God's trying to teach me something. I don't know what it is, but what I'm saying, I'm gonna get better from this. I'm gonna learn, and it just wasn't my time then. When it's my time, it'll happen.
Showtime. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, man, you
It's
made it.
coming, K.
You
It's
you
coming.
came you came you in the place where I tried to go. I had a baby. I had situations happen. You know, things that go on. I got a lot of good friends that didn't have the grades, great players. Great players didn't want to go to practice until it was time to play. You know, a lot of it's so much dedication. You know how it
Yeah, a
go.
lot of that.
Yeah, so you know where you at, man. God did that. You there for a reason.
Yeah.
Definitely there for a reason. We're gonna lighten it up, man, because I be wanting to know little things. So I know who my favorite running back is, but I'm gonna ask you this first. Barry Sanders or Emmitt Smith?
Man, I'm gonna go Emmitt Smith just because he
Oh my
from
God, don't do that to me, K. I'm a
he's
Barry
from
Sanders
Hey,
fan.
Kay, look, Barry is his idol, bro. Let
Yeah,
me tell
Barry,
you,
my idol,
he
you
man.
Chris
know
Creed.
Emmett
Yeah,
Emmett's from a school like 45 minutes up the road from me, so
okay.
I
I
gotta
mean,
go
so he,
Emmett.
he a hometown hero, basically, to you.
Yeah, he's from like Pensacola, Florida, and I'm from like Baker, Florida. And it's like 45 minutes, 50 minutes away from me. So,
Okay.
like just and then going off your favorite my favorite running back, like not just in college, not just in NFL, but like who inspired me to run the football, be a running back, and all that. Also went to the same school in it, which is Trent Richardson. Man, watching him in college, that was like, man, that's the
Ooh,
dude. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That
Trent
was
was
the dude.
nasty.
And he
Man,
was.
Trent was nasty.
I was
My
a
son like
huge
Trent.
Trent Richardson
Yeah,
fan,
yeah,
bro.
he
I
was.
love me
Yeah,
Huge.
he
some Trent,
was.
man.
I'm more old school. I know you probably never, I mean, because you play for, I know, so you look, the profession you do, even with him being a musician, he was telling me about rappers in my era. So I know you look back a little bit, but that Colorado team that had Eric Bieniemy on it, I was an Eric Bieniemy fan. Darian Hagan. I forgot they had. I think they had Cord. No, they didn't have Cordell Stewart. Then that was right. That was Cordell the year after. But Colorado was the truth when they wore the all black when I came up. But
Yeah.
y'all got some great athletes in Florida, man. I will say I played in. So we from Michigan. So I played in the East West Shrine game with some Florida athletes, and they were fast, bro. Really fast.
Yeah.
Really big. Yeah. So I know what type of caliber you playing with. I played with some guys. But respect. Another question I want to ask you: when it comes to like when you try to keep yourself motivated, you get the ball. Say you having a bad game. Um, have you ever? And I know this is human. This is humane. What I'm gonna say, but have you ever looked at it and said, smack the table, did like I said, uh, dang, I wish I was just like everybody else. Have you ever felt that way?
No, see, I guess you could say I never really felt that way. Maybe like younger, but like when I was in middle school, high school, I didn't never feel that way. And like if I was having a bad game or something, right? So like I kind of grew up in like a smaller rural area, but you go
Yeah,
like 35 minutes up the road and there's Destin, so it's not like super
yeah,
but small. But like when I was growing up, like in a small area, like if I'm having a bad game or something, I just like take a real quick like turn, look at the stands, and like look at everybody behind me because they're the ones who've been here with me, from like
yeah,
Pee Wee up. So like they believe in me, and
yeah.
when it's like a breath of fresh air when you can look, and you see it, and you're like, all right, like this, like they know this ain't you, like pick it up. You know what I'm saying? And my
Hmm.
coaches, they was never real negative. They was like, hey, come on, man, like you know what you can do. We know what you can do. Just calm down, breathe, go do your thing, and it would, it'd be different. So it's just things like that.
Hey, Kay, I'm gonna tell you with that attitude, man. It's more like I say. Jay does a lot of music for the kids. It's not about when he told me he wanted to rap a while back, I was like, man, I ain't putting no money toward that because I didn't like the music. I didn't want him to be,
Yeah,
in that stereotype. Said that I ain't gonna be like that. So we got a lot of with me saying that we push out a lot of our content to the youth. That's what we do. And I'm glad you said what you said. I'm gonna make sure I highlight that because for you to been and went through everything you've been through and can still keep that upbeat and say, I can look back and still like that you look back at, which is the people that have been behind you, can still motivate you enough to say, even though my situation is what it is, I know I'm Kayleb Wagner and I'm a hold y'all on my back. Man, that shit's priceless to me, Kay. So a big ups to you for that right there.
appreciate it.
Back to get back again. Jordan or LeBron James?
Man, it's gonna cause some problems right here. I'm going Jordan.
Ooh, that ain't gonna cause no problems. That ain't gonna cause no problems, Kay.
Hey, I'm Kobe though, okay?
Yeah, he a Kobe fan.
I'm Kobe, man.
I just think, I mean, all due respect to LeBron, but and I've said this, 'cause, this comes up in locker room talk, barbershop talk. Like, I just don't think defense is played now how it was played back then. You know what I'm saying? I feel
No,
like
thank you.
Jordan had to
Thank
earn a
you,
lot
Cat.
more of his points than LeBron had.
Thank you. That's what I be trying to explain. The game is different. And then you even had 6 men that was just as good as the starting 5. You know what I mean? So I just think,
And I mean, it
to
comes down
me,
to back then the 3-point line wasn't what it was now. Like, LeBron's pulling up from 3. When you ever see Jordan come pulling up from 3, like, he's giving some moves, hitting a fadeaway jumper. Like, you can come down, fast break, hit a 3, you open. You know what I'm saying? You ain't really earning that. That was given.
that was given. Man, listen, it's crazy because I have these debates all the time, and I'm not 40,000 points, man, is ridiculous. That's a lot of points. I'm not taking nothing
It's a
from
lot of
me.
points. I agree.
That's a lot
I
of
agree.
points. Yeah, but I've seen, I don't come from the flop era, so it's a little different. You had to, like you say, you had to earn it. So I ain't taking nothing from LeBron, man. We ain't here, trying to knock LeBron, but we got Kayleb Wagner.
Yeah.
He's a Team Jordan fan, so we good on that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got some freestyle questions, man. Cause
Hold on. Hey, K, so all them yards, bro. I gotta know how much is you bench pressing?
So in high school, I think my max got to 285, but then like last spring when I maxed out, I got 315.
Ooh.
See, you sound like me, Kay.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. I'm 45, but I was benching. Listen, I was in the 600 club, man, in my 11th grade year. I was benching 300, and I was squatting 300. And I was 17.
I was in the 1,000-pound club my senior year. I think it was 285 on bench, 315 on clean, and then I have 530 on squat.
Ooh, shoot. See, that's another thing. See, I had nice legs and calves, but 530 is on. No, I ain't had that.
Hard.
Yeah. Yeah. But so this year, man, how was looking for the, as far as like with your playing time and your injury, you coming off the surgery. How is it looking for you this year?
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea, and the coaches might have an idea, but I think as far as it goes, running backs in the room, I think we really don't have no idea. I was talking to some of the guys in the room that I've been with. Like one of my best friends that I come here with. It was in my class. His name's Jimmy. He's also in the room. We was talking about this, and like this is the first time since we've really been here that like all the running backs can go. Everybody knows what they're doing. So competition is competing every day. And like I said before, if it's not my year, then you know what, next year will be, because there's those guys have 1-2 years left, and I've been in the system for so long, and you know what, like I know I'm good. I know I can do what I do, but if I need to be doing other things and getting closer with God or doing something of that aspect to be able to get on the field, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? When my time is right, and I can't get frustrated with that, because then that's like trying to I'm trying to draw my own picture and do my own stuff and take it out of God's hands. So I just got to sit back and do all I can do and control what I can control.
Man, I love your attitude, man. I swear I do. That's
a lot of people don't have
a lot
it.
of people just ain't got it, man. And what grandma and mama and them instilled in you, man. Big ups to them, man. Like I said, I don't hold nobody too long. I'ma always support you, man. You're gonna see me with the likes, you're gonna see me with the shares, you're gonna see me with story in you, man. I'm gonna stick to you as long as you keep moving. And beyond, I'm not one of them people that look at, like this is something like you a young man that used to do what I did. You fight diversity, and I respect your story, and I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I'm not that's why we did Pop and Son, man. We ain't here to, I'm not here for the likes and views. I'm here to shine light on good people.
And we want to meet good
and
people.
To meet good people, open up good. It's relationship building, man, is key these days. You know what I mean? With this internet world, it's hard to know who love you back. So you know what I mean? Far as the person I know, me and my son love everybody. And when you get on here, man, you like family. And you gonna see my son sharing, and as he move up the ladder and you move up the ladder, hopefully we all meet each other at the top. You know what I mean? And before I get too old, y'all buy me some drink and some, ice cream and whatever y'all gonna do for me. But
those are horrible.
Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, hey, but I'll be old as hell. Give it to me all. Party me out. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, man. I got one more question for you, man. And I'm gonna let you go.
Y'all can
This
ask
be
me anytime.
always my wrap up question because for a kid to be a Caleb, maybe it's their arm, their hand, their leg, in a situation where they may feel uh, that they're behind the eight ball. What do you give a kid that's striving to have the attitude or to be a Caleb Wagner?
And so I've had this question a lot. Because like I said earlier, there's those kids who drove hours and hours to see me, right? Like there was this kid, as an example, there was this kid, he seen me play, like we played their team every year in the playoffs. And he drove to come see me play, and like the lady, because her husband does both of our prosthetics, right? For like lifting, and he does his for like regular because he's younger. And like she walked up, she told me at the game, like after the game, I didn't know it happened until after, but she was like, he was all like, he at the game, he was all scared, like hiding his arm and all this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like halfway through the game after I scored and here's my name on the intercom, he kind of like rolled his sleeve up and put his arm up on the fence. And like
Oh,
what I would give, what advice I'd give kids like me, keep going because they never told me I'd be where I'm at, and look where I'm at. So don't listen to outside noise. Just put your head down and work, and don't ever say you can't do something. If it's in a weight room and you physically can't do it, find a way to do something else or do something like it. Don't ever make no excuses. Go out there and work harder than everybody else and prove to everybody because they can only keep a star in the closet so long before they see the light. So that's just yeah.
Man, Caleb, I met me at the gym.
boom. That's it. Bang. They shared you. Hey, you know what? I loved it, man. Like I say, I don't usually keep my guests long.
No,
If
you're
you can
good,
see
man.
these
It's
chill,
chill.
you can see these chill bumps, man, because it's I watch a lot of my friends, football was a way of me staying out of the way. I grew up in a terrible neighborhood.
That was the same
And
way for me.
yeah, and I was blessed, to be with his mom, and we did moved up and did a few things as blessings to us and our children. Got away from some things, but um, to hear you say that, man, and to be that motivated, and to have your head on like you do with everything that you got to go against, you godly, man.
And
You godly. So
I appreciate you for saying that, because that's like one of my biggest things that I like want to, through the years, it's like my mom and all that, but like out throughout high school, I think I had the best set of coaches around me as possible, because they're all very godly men. They're all like in the Bible. You see them at church every Sunday. Like all of my coaches, that's where you're gonna see them at. So like for me, it's just like that's what I want to exalt. And I was talking, like whenever I had got real down, like after my injury and everything, man, it was like, man, do I even want to do this anymore? It's just like, you get in your own head when it's stuff like this. And you see everybody else, and it's just like, man, when's my opportunity? Like, this ain't fair. And then you kind of
yeah,
the reality check, and I'm kind of like, man, like when I told you, like I kind of realized, I'm like, man, God's got me here for a whole different reason. Like, I may not go play in the NFL, but He put me here where I'm at. And, you start backtracking your whole life, and it's kind of like I wouldn't be where I'm at without God. And then it's kind of like, well, what's
yeah,
His purpose? And then like His purpose for having me here right now and giving me this platform He's gave me with breaking a record, get my name out there, having everybody see me, is for people like me to realize, ain't nothing impossible for nobody. So like I want to be able to like be that godly platform, use my platform how he wants me to use it, like, and just continue to inspire and encourage people, like that's just what I want people to see through me, you know what I'm saying?
hey, man, let me tell you something. You inspired me just from this conversation that I know that you're a real one, bro. And it's coming from the street side of me. And I'm like I say, I'm 45, so I come from that era where that's how we talk. And I know you. I ain't gonna say you used to it, but when I say you're a real one, that's what I mean, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you, nephew, for coming up in
Yeah,
here
thank you, K.
and
I
expressing
appreciate
that.
y'all.
I got one last question for you, man. Man, how big is Travis? How big is Henry, man?
Man, so I got some pictures I can
Derrick
send y'all,
Henry. I was listening to
but
Travis Derrick.
I got some pictures I can send y'all, but like I said, man, he's huge. Like I ain't gonna lie, like whenever it was, it's like such a, because like everybody says live in the moment, right? Like what I'm saying, live in the moment, live in the moment. But like when all this was going on, like it was the start of football season, and we're coming off a state championship year. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like one of my coaches said, enjoy it now, but don't hold on to it. And I kind of took that as like enjoy it like that night and that week, but like next week it's a different ball game. You playing somebody else, and now I'm playing for myself. everybody trying to stop you. So like when he was coming over, I'm kind of like, man, it didn't even feel surreal. I'm not gonna lie. Even him texting me, like it didn't feel like I'm like what's going on? Like, it's a dream. When he was coming over, I seen him like trotting. I'm like, man, he finna tap me on the shoulder. He finna speak to me. And I was
I
like, man,
about
I
to
can't do
knee.
that. I can't. I was like, I can't do. I was like, ooh. Got over. I was like, ooh. I was like, give me stop. I was
Hey,
like,
you know,
man, like, I play with this guy on Madden. I
yeah.
watched
Hey,
him ball at
hey,
Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yeah.
hey, when we met Big Shot, you know, we do a lot with the celebrities too, man. There's a few people we met when he was like, Dad, when I meet, because you know, Trick is his manager, and Eminem and Trick is like, but we ain't ran into him yet. He said, Dad, if I run into Eminem, I might pass out. I'm like, wait a minute, though. Just chill out, man, though. Hey, but you know what, man? I enjoyed this, Kayleb, man. We're gonna get you back on here, man. Probably after the season. Let's see how it go. You go in there, man, handle your business. I'm praying. I'm praying. I know God gonna take care of you. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Drink lots of water. Man, I'm gonna tell you something that I didn't do as a and I was a beast. I didn't stretch. I didn't do certain things that I knew I should have been doing because I thought I was just that good. But a lot of hydration, a lot of stretching. I did a lot of meditation too, man. A lot of meditation because running back's mind, we different.
That caught up with me. That caught up with me a lot my freshman year. Like, you know, because I come from a wing T offense. I'm sure you know a lot about that wing
I
T.
played in the wing
But
tee.
like coming from a wing T to this offense, man, it's completely different. So like I was good, you know, in the wing T, like following my pulling guards, running the power. When it comes to inside zone, I'm like, whoa, maybe I ain't as shifty as I thought I was. Man, loosen these hips up, man. So I've been I started getting into stretching a lot, like in high school. Like this may blow your mind, but like I didn't ever drink water, like never. Like I drank some kind of like lemonade, just juice. I never really even drank Gatorade. It was just none of that. So going like, and I didn't even change that until going into my senior year. My head coach was like, it was like the first game, and he because I had to play both ways my senior year, and yeah, I was dying. I'm talking about I got pictures of me laying in the halftime dead, one cleat on, one cleat off, laying on the floor like I'm dying, you know, trying to make it through. And he was like, "Are you not drinking water?" I said, "No, I never drink water." So like
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday for the game, I'm having to drink 6, 7 water bottles a day. He's like making sure, like coming to class checking, "Hey, you got that water bottle on?" "Yes, coach, I got my water bottle." You know what I'm saying? It was like that because it went from like beginning of the year I couldn't even play to like both ways, and they needed me to, and then like to the end of the year, like I had my last game, I had 4 carries, 300 yards, 8 tackles, a passing touchdown, a forced fumble. You know what I'm saying? It was like, so it came a long way throughout the year, and the water helped. So I learned then, like, hey, you got to keep drinking water. You got to stay hydrated. You don't want no soft tissue injuries. You need to sleep, and you need to drink your water. So that's kind of where I was like, I got to stay hydrated.
Yeah. Hey, water vital. It's vital after sports, bro. It's vital every day. But again, Kay, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna let you get on off of here, man. You get a chance to check Jay's album out off the record, man. You know, work out to it. We get good streams. It's good music, man. Without the murder and the kill. You know what I mean? We don't, you know, Jay just a lyrical, yeah. He just a lyrical assassin,
like,
man.
Hey, K, I'll be on my J. Cole, man. That's how
Yeah, pretty much. But you stay easy, Jay. Kay, you stay hydrated, you stay motivated, you keep pushing, and don't let nothing stop you, bro. We gonna make sure we stay on you, and we gonna check back in when the season over with.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
All right, my boy.
All right, baby.
See y'all.
Kayleb Wagner, y'all.
See y'all.
See you later, buddy. Hey. Another episode of Pop the Sun, man.
Run it down for y'all.
My man's ain't got his arm from here on down and rushing for 5,000 yards. The fuck type shit is that? He's a beast.
True talent out here.
Beast. I got P Dot next week. I'm gonna try to get P Dot in here next week. Our first female guest and artist, dope ass artist. So we're gonna try to get P Dot in here.
Who funky expedition?
Got all that. Hey, Coney Island, baby. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, man. Me and Jay, just like I say, Papa Son gonna improve, man. We're gonna keep doing what we do.
For the people that's gonna be in Detroit on Sunday, April 13th, we doing like Josh on.
Yeah,
we doing We doing this right here, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it really clear like that, but it says Hezekiah Panks the D Blue. This right here, y'all, it's an autism event that we, involved in. I'm gonna be performing, doing my thing. It's a community dinner / dance. It's gonna be at the Detroit Pistons Performance Center. So show up with y'all families, y'all kids. It's gonna be a great time. You got anything else, sir?
Kanye Nutty.
I guess we're gonna end with that one.
Go in with that one.
All right, y'all. We out.
Peace.